probably keep these on, but I'm not going. How's everybody doing? Did everybody get some sleep last night? No! I did not. And for that, I apologize. There's a lot of cameras going right now. Oh, that's better. Now I just pretend that you're all just like, you know, hanging out. I'm not videoing this. Well, let's start with some questions because I know we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to drag this chair up here so we can chill out. I'm just gonna say one thing. Not today. Boys, I don't got it. Not today. Tonight. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe tomorrow. Who's going to jailbreak tomorrow? Is that what it's called? Right? Jailbreak? Jailbreak, right? Not jailbait. That's a totally different bar. I'm glad that joke translates. Oh, my eyes. Yeah, I will be there tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Not making any promises, though. I think I'm just going to hang out in the audience. I hear that. It wasn't. It's always you. Hi, how are you?
Okay. Using voice.
Yeah, see? I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was just wondering, other than Carry On My Wayward Son, what has been your favourite song in Supernatural? Because there's been some awesome ones.
I would say, and Jared and I actually both agree on this. One of my most favorite music cues was Renegade in was it Night Shifter? Night? Is that the name of the episode?
Yeah.
It was the one with the bank.
Yeah.
And we came out in the SWAT uniforms and.
We are so spooked.
Yeah, that was I really like that music cue. There's been some really good ones. They obviously don't do them as much anymore, just because we've used a lot of the ones that we really want, and the other ones that we want might be just too expensive. Because it costs a lot of. I don't know if any of you know how much it costs to get a song, and when you're only using, 10 seconds of it, it costs, we're talking $20, $30, $100,000 just to use it that much, and that's how much you have to pay the artist for the. So it's a pricey thing. When you hear it, know that we're paying for it heavily. But yeah, that I really like that one, and obviously Carry On has become kind of the unofficial theme song to the show, which I think the band Kansas is very happy about. So, yeah, their record sales have gone up. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is also kind of from my dad, testing your southernness. Okay, what is your favorite food truck in Austin?
Oh gosh. I mean, I think the obvious one is Torchy's.
Yes.
But I will say that I haven't really been there long enough to have assessed all of them. There's one, and I don't even remember the name of it, because it was a little late at night when I had it, and it was on Rainy Street, and that one was really, really good. But yeah, they've got some good food trucks going in Austin, that's for sure.
Okay, and one other question. Other than Fireman's 4, what's your favorite real ale?
I don't know. I'm not a big real ale drinker.
Really?
I'm an IPA guy all the way. The bitter, the better.
Oh.
That's what I say. You all are like, what? We're just talking beer, no big deal. Beer man. Yeah, I'm an IPA guy. I could talk about IPAs all day, but really, I don't.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
To each his own.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So if you were a bird, no, I'm just kidding.
An albatross.
No, my real question is if there's any like lore or mythology or like little hints and continuity that you know is in the show that the fans have picked up on that you were like surprised or impressed that we noticed.
I mean, I'm impressed of how well you guys track those little nods to certain things in the past, and sometimes you're telling me, and I'm like, oh yeah. So there's, when you're as close to it as I am, sometimes you forget to step back and look at it from a different perspective, and you miss some things like that sometimes, unless they're spelled out for you. But like somebody said yesterday, the fights, the mirrored the fights, the one that just happened, the one that happened last year with Cass and Dean, and so I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, I don't know, maybe they meant that to happen.
Do you think that those interpretations add?
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's also you also got to think that this is at the end of the day we're making. This is going to sound silly, but we're making art. This is an art form that we're doing, and people are supposed to derive different things out of art, and they're supposed to be inspired differently. And the show might mean something to one person, but mean something completely different to another person. And so there's a lot of those. I think people look at it from different perspectives, which I think is phenomenal. I love that. But as far as like something, I mean, I'm always impressed. I can't think of one thing off the top of my head. I mean, that just the fight thing kind of jumps out because it was yesterday. But if I think of something, I'll mention it. But again, like I said, it's always impressive the details that you guys can pick up and the details that I can miss. You gonna fire that at me?
Yeah.
I was really hoping that would hit me in the face.
Me too, I'm sorry. I can try again later.
All right, we'll work on it. I'm so sorry, fella. Poor little guy. Face up. Hi.
Hi. So I don't have a question, but I just wanted to thank you from the heart for everything you do and sacrifice for us fans, and for your kindness, your love, and your support. You guys and this family helped me get through really hard times, and I'm not proud about this, but I used to cut myself, and you're the reason I stopped. So thank you for giving me the strength to keep fighting.
Well, thank you for continuing to fight. Thank you for sharing. I know that that's not easy, and again, thank you for fighting and not giving up. And that's what this is all about. Is this community, this family that we are supportive of one another, and because of you, we can do what we do, and that is the only reason why we can continue to do what we do, is because you guys hold us up and keep us going, and you fuel what we do. So if that then in turn inspires you, then it's a nice circle of truth and family and everything that's good and worth talking about and worth living for. So thank you. Hi.
Hi, Jensen. So if in theory Dean killed Sam because of Mark, and Sam came back, how they both would come through it? I mean, how would their relationship looks like?
Probably not good. If Dean killed Sam, and Sam came back and was like, dude, what was that? Yeah, Dean would have some explaining to do. But I think, here's the thing. I think Sam would be wise enough to know that that's not really his brother. That is a tormented and irrational version of his brother. And I think that he would have to swallow that jagged pill and continue to try and fix his brother, even though he just came back from the dead. But this is supernatural, and who knows what can happen. So yeah, I don't think that it's. I think because of the situation Dean is in, it's tricky. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. My question's about Dean. So we've seen Dean go through a lot. He's died a lot of times, gone to heaven, hell, purgatory. What would you say is Dean's ideal ending?
I don't know that any ending is ideal, but I would say, in my opinion, it would be Dean either going down swinging, and with that said, where's he going to go when he does die? Maybe he ends up like Bobby's heaven. Maybe he ends up in his own little perfect scenario, which I don't know if that's a strip club or what, but sitting at the edge of a bar. But I think eventually he's going to have to sacrifice himself. Either he sacrifices himself or he loses everything and everyone, and just goes off into the sunset, and we always wonder what happened. And I know that probably sounds unsettling and no closure to that, but for some reason I like the sound of those kind of, I wonder what happened. Because then, who knows, maybe a movie 5 years down the road.
I know we all would love that.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Back when Dean was a demon and he was going to the bar and hanging with Crowley, having drinks, basically doing whatever he wanted, except having pie. So I was wondering what was up with that, because Dean and pie is like...
Yeah, pie doesn't get you drunk.
No.
No, but it makes human Dean very happy. And I think that Demon Dean didn't need, demons and angels, they don't really need food, right? I mean, I don't think they require caloric intake to function. But alcohol, in a sense, I guess, alcohol and women, it's like, those kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Instincts?
Yeah, vices, I guess, but just kind of those, they kind of go along with that world and that dark, in a dark place kind of thing. They lend itself to that. Pie doesn't really lend itself to darkness. Unless you just have way too much and you black out, which I've come close to while playing Dean and having to eat pie nonstop. And it's just like at a certain point you're just like, I'm gonna lose it. So yeah, I think that's why.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi.
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 Hi. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you that you are my unusual heroes, because even without superpowers, you save my life every day and give me the strength to carry on. And I love you, so thank you.
Thank you. Love you.
Anyway, my question is, in the last episode, in the final episode of season 9, there is a moment in which Dean says to Sam, I'm proud of us. So I was wondering, what makes you feel proud of your character?
Moments like that.
Okay.
Honestly, getting to play a character that can be so tormented and so war-torn and so scarred and so jaded, The fact that he still fights for the good team, that's what makes me proud to play him on a daily basis, year after year. Is that, you know, he's an unlikely hero, and I think, in my opinion, those are the characters that I admire and I enjoy. So I think the fact that he finds a way to, he somehow can always get his compass to point to good, and to do the right thing, or at least try to do what he thinks is the right thing. And I think that that's a redeeming quality that I'm proud of in his character. So there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi, Jensen. So my question is, what would season 10 Dean tell to season 9 Dean if he could go back before the exact moment when Dean got the mark?
Don't do it. That's an easy one. Yeah, I think he would say, look, this is not going to go the way you planned, and there's no coming back from this. And so I think that just that. It was you got to find another way. You just got to find another way. But you know, hindsight's 20/20, and that ain't gonna happen. So now we got to deal with what this thing is. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey, so I was wondering, as someone who's just getting into the industry, since you've been in it, what has been your most favorite, your least favorite makeup and practical effects experience?
Well,